In today's video, we're going to be talking about a proposed rule change to the in-kind support rules for SSI. My name is Gregory Singleton. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney with Signature Law. Signature Law is an estate planning and probate law firm that serves the Twin Cities and Greater Minnesota alike. Just a reminder, if you like today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. Also, one caveat before we get going, I am not giving legal advice. This video is for educational purposes only. SSI is an estate planning and adjacent topic. In estate planning, we deal with, estate planning is essentially a subset of elder law, and it's its own beast, and we deal a lot with people on disabilities, whether for disability planning or for giving gifts to persons on disabilities. Now, Supplemental Security Income is SSI. It's not Social Security Income, it's Supplemental Security Income. And what this is a monthly benefit paid to people with limited income and resources who are blind, age 65 or older, or having a qualifying disability. Again, this is not Social Security, that's something entirely different. In order to qualify for SSI, you have to show that you have limited resources, and this comes in two ways. First of all, your assets. You cannot have more than $2,000 worth of assets if you're an individual. Importance of this is if we're doing estate planning and we give a large gift to someone that is on SSI, they're no longer going to qualify for SSI and they can lose their benefits. In those cases, we have to set up a supplemental needs trust or hope there's a special needs trust in place, and then they can use the gift to supplement their lifestyle as opposed to supplant the benefits. But what we're talking about here is income today. When you're calculating what benefit you have under SSI, you take the SSI federal benefit rate, you subtract out your countable income, and that leads you with your SSI federal benefit. For example, if you had a federal benefit of $914 and you had countable income of $280 for that month, then your benefit for that month will be $634. Essentially, if you have income, it decreases your SSI benefit dollar for dollar. Now, there are 4 types of income, and we're not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but let's go over them real quickly. First of all, there's earned income. This is your basic wage, net earnings from self-employment, etc. There's unearned income, which is Social Security benefits, pensions, unemployment benefits, cash gifts from friends and relatives, etc. Third is deemed income, and this is part of the income of your spouse with whom you live, or your parents with whom you live, etc. Now, the exception to all this is the ABLE account, which we talked about in another video, where family can contribute up to $100,000 to ABLE accounts without reducing benefits. The requirement for an ABLE account, as you may recall, is that you have to have a disability in place before the age of 26. So if you get disabled at age 27 or older, then you cannot set up an ABLE account. The final kind of income is in-kind income. This is going to be food, shelter received for free or for less than market value. So, for example, and we're going to talk about in-kind because that's what the whole point of this video is. In-kind income examples are you got a buddy and he says, you know what, I'm going to help you out. You have a disability. You need some financial support. So I'm going to let you have a room in my house. I'm not going to charge you rent, or I'm going to charge you half rent, or whatever it may be. And that's an in-kind income. Another example is mom comes over to your house and says, you know what, I'm going to help you out. Let's go to the store. I'm going to fill your fridge full of groceries. My parents did that when I was in college. The best gift I could ever have been given. The final one, and this is probably what we're really targeting here, is let's say you go to dinner with your family and they pay for dinner. Now, that happens for a lot of people all the time, but if you're on SSI, you have to actually calculate what your meal was worth and then count that as in-kind income. Essentially, if you have in-kind income, it's going to decrease your SSI benefit dollar for dollar. So you go to an expensive steakhouse for dinner and the dinner for you costs $100 and you're only getting $900 or so for the month from SSI, you still have to decrease your monthly benefit by that $100. That's something. Let's just put it at that. Now, with the current rules, there's a few inequalities and levels of unfairness that are made, that are inherent in the system. And this is what I want to talk about here. First of all, relates to an ABLE account. Now, as you recall, if you have an ABLE account, your family can give you up to $100,000 per year that you deposit into the ABLE account. It doesn't count against SSI. That's fantastic. But remember, to qualify for an ABLE account, you have to be disabled before the age of 26. So if you're elderly, or if you're just 27 or above, you cannot qualify to have an ABLE account. So you miss out on the alternate in-kind donation that is through an ABLE account. Also, if you come from a family that just doesn't have the resources, maybe they can take you out to dinner every now and then, but they don't have the resources to put money into the ABLE account, you can't access in-kind, you can't access that alternative in-kind donation. And in the end, this hurts people that are elderly, that are above the age of 27, or come from an impoverished background. This is really unique, the in-kind income calculation. This is, according to cbpp.org, there is no other federal program that counts in-kind support when determining benefit levels. That's interesting, I'll just say that. But here's the whole point of it all. The Biden administration, through the SSA, has put forth a proposed rule. They issued the notice of proposed rulemaking on February 15th, 2023, and the proposal is to remove food from the calculation of in-kind support and maintenance. This is huge. First of all, it decreases the administrative burden of having to track every single dollar value of food you get from a friend. You get a hot dog at a baseball park that your friend buys you. You want to calculate that and track that and point it against your SSI benefit. Second of all, it brings a little bit more equality to the SSI program, which I think is fantastic. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, comments are open on the proposed rule until April 17th, 2023. So if this matters to you, put in your comments. There's a lot of ways that the SSI program could be improved. One of the core functions of what I do as an estate planner is I work with people planning estates where they have beneficiaries, devisees, or heirs who have disabilities. I really enjoy that work, so this is pretty important to me. But that's the proposed rule change that's being made. I hope it goes through. You may feel differently, but that's what it is. I hope you liked today's video. If you did like today's video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It does help support the channel. We do a new video every other Wednesday. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below or send me an email. If you have an idea for a new video, leave them in the comments below or send me an email. Otherwise, until next time, this is Gregory Singleton with Signature Law.